There is this quaint little seaside town in southeast Florida called Hobe Sound, and it has the most wonderful ambiance and feeling with little quaint shops, boutiques, and family-owned restaurants. In addition, it's got one of the greatest beaches on the southeast coast. So today, not only am I going to tell you a little bit about Hobe Sound, but I'm also going to spotlight two communities. Both offer docks for sale with some of the homes. That means you can take a short walk down to the dock, hop on your boat, cruise the intracoastal, the rivers, or out into the ocean because there are no fixed bridges. And it's going to start right now. Hello and welcome back. I'm Maria Wells, broker owner of Lifestyle Realty Group here on the Treasure Coast of Florida. And thank you for joining me on my channel. It's just about real estate. I wanted to say to you that if you are buying and selling, no matter where it is in the United States, I have a fabulous list of the best realtors around the country. So if you want to make sure that you have the best to work with you, my contact information is below and I will be happy to match you up. So now let's talk a little bit about Hobe Sound, which is within Martin County, and the population is about 15,000. And as I mentioned, it's a quaint little shops and boutiques and individually owned restaurants, but the beach is one of the best along the southeast coast. And if you happen to be here during the baby sea turtles, you can go there and watch the little tracks of the turtles going into the ocean. It's amazing. And then we've got one of the largest state parks called Jonathan Dickinson State Parks on the southeast coast of Florida. It's 17 square miles. It has so much wildlife to offer, including just watching birds and butterflies and whatever else you might see. But you can horseback ride and canoe and fish and hike. So there's something for everyone at the park, and it's in your own backyard. Now let's talk about these two communities that I mentioned to you that some of the homes sell with a dock. And the first one I'm going to talk to you about happens to be Jupiter Narrows. And it has about 101 homes. They range in price from about $400,000 to the upper $500,000, and they were built in the sort of the late 1980s. They're Key West style, and many of the roofs originally were shake roofs, and the construction for most of them are frame. But the square footage is about 1,850 square feet up to about 3,000, and it does have a homeowners association, and it is $225 a quarter. And what that covers for you is the common area and the lake maintenance. Now let's talk about what I mentioned about docks. So there is a great boardwalk that lets you walk down to the intracoastal. And if you are fortunate enough to purchase one of these docks, which is exclusive to if you live in there, you can jump in your boat, and then at that point you can either go down the intracoastal, a river, out to the ocean, or down to Palm Beach or Jupiter to enjoy restaurants on the water. And here's the best part. It has the best trick-or-treat neighborhood around, bar none. So the next neighborhood we have is Osprey Cove. And the same thing, the docks are, if you own the homes there are so many docks that can be purchased with homes. So these are a little newer homes. There's about 94 of them. They were built between 2001 and 2006. They range in price between $500,000 and $900,000, and they've got the CBS barrel tile roofs. The square footage is anywhere from 2,200 square feet to 6,000 square feet, and their HOA fees, homeowner fees, are $225 a month, different than Jupiter Narrows, but let me tell you what it offers. This is a gated community. It takes care of the common areas. You also have a clubhouse, an exercise room, a heated pool, kitchen, meeting rooms, a little tiki hut, pickleball, tennis courts, and as I mentioned, the security gate. Now the marina has, which is exclusive to the residents, and if that home happens to have a dock, there are 30 of those docks. Remember I said there's 94 homes, so it's pretty easy to do the math. And they range in length between 20 and 50 feet. So again, you can walk. They also have down to the Intracoastal, and they have canoe and kayak storage. So I really hope you enjoyed learning about these communities. And link below, I have a link that will take you to these communities so you can see what there is for sale. Until next time, see you later.